What if I told you there's a side of Mount Everest you've never seen, a place hidden from human eyes for centuries? We're not talking about the summit, but sacred valleys that hold untold spiritual beauty. Prepared to have your perspective of the world's highest peak completely transformed as we take you on an unprecedented drone journey.
When most people think of Everest, they imagine the summit, a harsh, icy peak towering above the clouds. But the world surrounding Everest is far more mysterious, far more breathtaking, and far more sacred than many realize. As our drone glides past the familiar ridgelines, a hidden world begins to unfold, one shaped by ancient forces of nature and centuries of spiritual devotion. Beyond the crowded base camps and climbing routes lie serene valleys, untouched by modern life. These remote spaces are known by locals as Buell, sacred hidden lands described in Tibetan texts as sanctuaries of peace and enlightenment. From the air, you can see how these valleys remain shielded by massive walls of rock and ice, creating natural fortresses where time moves slowly and nature still reigns. The drone reveals glaciers that stretch for miles, shimmering like frozen rivers. The Khumbu Glacier, one of the most iconic, twists through the landscape like a colossal spine. Crevices open like deep blue windows into Earth's ancient past, while towering seracs, sculpted by relentless winds, rise like frozen cathedrals.
Further along, we enter valleys dotted with tiny monasteries and prayer flags that dance in the thin Himalayan air. These sacred sites have stood for generations, offering refuge for monks and pilgrims seeking spiritual connection. From above, the contrast between the immense mountains and the fragile structures below becomes even more striking. The landscapes surrounding Everest are alive, not just with natural beauty, but with cultural meaning. You'll see yak trails etched into mountain slopes, rivers fed by glacial melt, and isolated villages where traditions remain unchanged. These communities depend on the land for survival and honor it with deep respect. As the drone ascends once more, the Himalayas stretch endlessly in every direction, a reminder that Everest is not just a mountain, but the heart of an entire world filled with hidden stories waiting to be discovered.
What surrounds Everest is more than rock and ice. It's a realm of sacred valleys, ancient glaciers, and cultures deeply rooted in the mountain's spirit. Seen from above, these landscapes reveal a side of Everest most people never imagine. If this journey opened your eyes, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more breathtaking explorations from around the world.